I've been meaning to do this fight for a hot minute, so let's talk about it. Fire Lord Ozai versus everybody's Uncle Iroh by the end of the series. Of course, of the two, not only does Iroh have the overall better hands, what we do know, he also has the better firebending, and most definitely the better battle IQ. While Ozai is not as much of a tactician as Iroh, he's not a dumbass either. Ozai was a nation leader at war for 6 years. He had meetings with his generals and was attentive in them as well. Almost every physical stat goes to Ozai, except for raw strength because he ended up bulking up in that prison. And originally he was built like this. Ozai has shown he's been sitting on this shit for the hottest minute. From how he's fought, you'd think he never missed a day at the gym. Before Avatar State, he was fighting and keeping up with Aang. This man dodged almost every hit Aang threw at him and doubled down on his own, and has shown being more than capable of getting past his regular defenses. This fight also showed that he's more than capable of taking hella damage and still be ready to not only run, but also fight for his fucking life. Only thing that has been able to catch this man off guard consistently was lightning redirection. The 2 times it was used against him, if it wasn't for the fact that these motherfuckers didn't want to kill him, he would have been dead. Assuming Ozai doesn't do this shit and it's just fire on fire, this will more than likely end up being a fight of attrition. To paint the picture better, this would be like Azula versus Zuko if Azula wasn't out of her fucking mind. Ozai would not only be able to dodge most of whatever Iroh could throw at him, but he'd also be completely on the offensive while Iroh was disrupting his attacks. One never truly overcoming the other, and in fact it almost looks damn near dead even. This is what Iroh most likely meant when he didn't know if he could fight Ozai and win. One would fall, but if I had to choose between an Ozai and his prime, that was able to not only take hits but also outmaneuver Aang in the Avatar state, at least temporarily, versus a slightly refurbished Iroh, who with one technique, even though it was hella buildup, took down a section of Ba Sing Se's wall, also soloed the non-bender prison, which as far as I could tell, highly relied on their bending. Personally, I'd have to go with Ozai. Off much less buildup, Ozai was scorching the earth. He's more than capable of attacking and evading at the same time, and if he does get hit, is more than capable of getting up from that shit and keeping on fighting. But it is a highly difficult fight unless he shoots lightning, then he is immediately one shot.